And I think we had that shift on sexuality before me, but I think the gender shifts, the large shift happened about a year or two after me when you look at schools. Uh, because people my age and older are a bit like know about trans people, and like this is a couple of years ago when I was in school myself. But I saw the difference in how I played in concert band, for example, how the younger people talked about, not that they talked much about gender, but when they talked about it, and afterwards, one of the people there came out as non-binary. This was, yeah, I didn't hear about it until after I came out, but that person had just been out and didn't bother telling us older people in the band anything about that because we were like 40 people, and the younger people just use they them pronouns for them and didn't care at all. I think it's a right there, like a year or two younger than me was a huge change. And I think that change has been there for a while. So I don't think it's necessarily that that's when society changed, but that age gap has a difference. Because I think many of the people my age that I meet, that I like, went to high school with or stuff like that, still hold many of those views. Like, yeah, I'm not against trans people. I just don't know anything about it. Whereas as soon as you go a couple of years younger, you find a lot of people who either don't relate to the concept of gender at all, they just think it doesn't matter, I'm throwing it out, or like have reflected on it in a much larger part. I would start Googling stuff. Right now, I know because I'm involved in books, I know people I can contact here. But if I didn't have that network, I'd Google and hope something came up. Um, Probably looking for specific people who do like social media in some sense, who also work in archiving. I know from like deaf spaces, there's a really great archivist on American deaf societies and deaf spaces who does a lot of tells a lot of things on TikTok. So because she's active on TikTok, people know about her and can go visit her website and her like more in-depth stuff. And I think that's sort of uh, I think I would do the same for queer history. That I would probably stumble upon it on TikTok or something like that, or I would Google and find something from that. But I think, yeah, most likely it would show up by TikTok, and therefore I would see, oh, this person does that. That seems interesting, and go see more of their work.